And there we are. Look at that. Let me just shift that. That works just fine, doesn't it? That works just fine. Hopefully you can see me good. Oh, oof. Some things shifted while I was sitting here. That happens, though. You know, it happens. Uh, we have captions on for those who would like to use them, or those who may need them. So hopefully, you know, if if you need those captions, there should be a little button. Just turn them right on if you need them. And hello, I am your Saturday night. Welcome. Oh, here we are for Saturday night. It's a beautiful night. Quick visual descriptor. I have long brown hair, glasses. I am currently wearing plate mail and chainmail. I have a drinking horn in hand. Oop, and I just bumped my microphone there. And we are here in Mackenzie's Tavern. Welcome. How are you doing? We're going to have a whole lot of fun tonight. And of course, I'm sure you're already wondering, what are we doing? What is the fun we're going to have tonight? Well, I'm going to talk to you a little bit because there are things coming up, and I would like to be able to share them all with all of you. Oh my goodness, oh my gracious. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead. You're going to see, well, depending on where you're joining, but in the chat, I have just shared a link, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Oh, I hope that your week's been going wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And if it hasn't, well, I hope that your weekend is much better than your week has been. However that may come to you. However that may come to you. I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you're doing absolutely wonderful. Oh, what a day. So, just some quick little recaps, some fun to talk about. Well, maybe not fun, just some things to discuss. Volume is low. Let me adjust that. Hopefully that actually made it better. Do let me know. Thank you so much. Try to keep track of everything here. But you know, occasionally that happens where sound and your mix doesn't get quite right. I got this nice big microphone now, and I really enjoy it. Apparently, though, the magic of the tavern has made it just kind of like the pop guard just kind of hover here. So we're going to just go with it. We're going to go with it. Let's have a little drinky from the horn. Now, let's... Alright, so let's go right ahead and start talking about all the good things that are coming up soon, and in so many ways. Oh, I'm already making a mess of myself. I don't need that on. Don't need that. I had a single headphone in. I don't need it, and I'm getting stuck into my armor. It's just the way I'm sitting. You know, it happens. It happens. What are you supposed to do? You go on. You go forward. That's what you do. All right. So let me just discuss a couple of fun things that are coming up. And, you know, there really is so much to talk about in regards to fun things coming up. So, and of course, there's another link that should be in the chat. Depending on where you're joining from, you'll get to see that at some point in time. However, we're going to talk about all this stuff. All this stuff. There's so many things to talk about. So many things to talk about. Lots of great people joining in the chat over on Twitch. Thanks everybody for coming. You know, I would like to start off actually with a very... Ooh, yeah, move that all that way. All right. So first we're going to actually discuss something, and it's actually art. Now, a lot of you come join me on the art streams, and I always have so much fun with all of you. There's just so much fun that is had on those art streams, and I really got to thinking about it. I've been doing art streaming on and off for about a year, but I've been making art for a very long time, and I would like to be able to give something back in the ways of art. Um, so let's just talk about that for a moment. So, and once more, I'm just doing this, making sure, depending on when you come in, but uh, so there's going to be a link in the chat depending on where you're joining from. And if you're watching this after the fact, there will be a link in the description somewhere. However, I enjoy making art, I enjoy making abstract art, and I enjoy doing it with all of you. So, starting actually next month, every third Saturday of the month, I'm going to be having online abstract art workshops. They're going to be, hopefully, so much fun. So, it'll be in the mornings, well, depending on where you are. We won't think about that. It's going to be from 11 a.m. To 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every third Saturday. So you can actually check out what the calendar for that looks like if you go ahead and click that link. I'd be very happy to go ahead and, say, go ahead. Come along and join the art workshops. There's going to be one every month for the rest of the year, starting next month, so March 19th, but you can get a whole bunch more information if you click on those links. You can sign up for one, you can sign up for as many as you want, and no particular skill level is required. All people are welcome, whether you've held a paintbrush or not, whether you've been taught in school how to do art, or whether you are self-taught, whether you're not taught at all. None of that matters, because everyone is welcome, and all art is art, and it's going to be a workshop. So we're going to be doing things like exercises, some lessons, some discussions about abstract art, and it's going to be feeling-based and inspiration-based. So we're all going to get to paint together. There are some recommended materials that you'll see when you click on that link and check out the Eventbrite listing. All I'm going to say is just make sure you have something to paint on and some paint. And we'll go along just fine. But I want to get that right out of the gate right now so that you're all aware, and at any point in time you can sign up. These are open workshops. It is a $15 workshop, but at the same time, it's a 3-hour long time. We're all going to get on camera. You don't have to get on camera if you don't want to, so that's also that. So you don't have to be on camera at all or share anything, but you can be involved and still be part of the group. We're really going to have a lot of fun, and yeah, so do consider joining one of these workshops. And I'm going to be talking about this more as we go forward, or you can actually find the link to the listing to get your tickets on my website, my digital gallery, alcmcduffyart.com. Whew! I dove right in on that, so either way, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm really excited. I've been putting a lot of work in behind the scenes, as it were, and doing a lot of research. So it's just gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right. Oof. Little adjustment there in my seat. But yeah, so hey, and yes, I did try to consider scheduling it at a time to allow the widest number of people to potentially join, so it wasn't too late and wasn't too early for most people. really hard to schedule these things for everyone, but I did my best. So, marching forward, I do have to say, at any point in time that you would like, don't forget, whether you're joining now, joining later, watching this on replay, do consider subscribing, whether it's here or on my YouTube if you're watching there. And also, don't worry about it either way, but I'd appreciate it. So if you'd go ahead and subscribe, I'd be super happy. If you're just following, I'll also be super happy. It's a good time. We have a great time here. I hope you have a great time here. The tavern here is pretty cozy today. It's been pretty cold outside, so let me just talk about that for a couple of seconds because, ooh, yeah, it's been cold lately. It's been cold, it's been snowy, it's been blustery up here in the land of the ice and snow. And I must say, I have naughty cats, because here's one who's just like getting inside the tavern and messing with the magic of the tavern. That's okay. We're just gonna let her be. I have another one just wandering around. But yeah, it's been blustery, it's been cold, it's been snowy. I mean, that is to be expected when you live in such a place as I do. But, it's been pretty mild also this winter. So that is something to consider. But I consider myself exceptionally lucky to live in a place that has such a diversity in its seasons, because we have very warm summers and very cold winters, and we have most beautiful falls up here, so it's just all sorts of greatness. But that snow and that weather did prevent me from joining you Friday for a river winter moment. So, that's going to happen now and again. And should I not be joining you in the morning for any reason, that is why. Just because of snow and whatnot. It happens, right? I mean, I think it does. I'm used to it happening. Oh. I'm pretty sure I have an interdimensional cat that just walked through the ether and into a distant void. I don't know what to do about that right now. I guess I can't do much about it at the moment. That's just the way it is. I mean, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it when your cat wanders in and then pushes through the boundaries of reality and enters into the void? It just happens. We're going to find out. All right. 15 minutes in, I've already gotten some good news out there. And we haven't. We've only just begun. Oh, and no worries if someone is out there lurking. Any of you who are lurking, go ahead and lurk. That is the way of things, isn't it? Sometimes you gotta lurk because you gotta listen, and maybe you're doing other things. But that's okay. You're here. Oh, I'm just really in a good mood. So, on to additional business. So I've recently just re-released a couple of my books, one of my novels and one of my novellas. And so In Absentia and Without the Light Volume 1 have been re-released. But they are now available in ebook, paperback, and hardcover. And actually, Mackenzie's Tavern just dropped. Yeah, so in the chat, depending on where you are, or just, you know, out there somewhere nearby, in the description or otherwise, a link is there for Without the Light Volume 1, Penance and Toil. It's re-release, now available in ebook, paperback, and hardcover. So, if you like dark fantasy, if you like epic fantasy, if you want to check that out and see what it's like, if you'd like to see what that's like, go ahead, check it out, share the link. That's actually something that you can do. So the link for the art workshop and the link for Without the Light, please click on them, open them up, share them, tweet, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you might be. Go ahead, please. I would appreciate it so much if you share those, so more people can know about the re-release of the book and the art workshop. Oh. I'm just talking right along already. But so yeah, for those of you joining on video, this is Without the Light, Volume 1, Penance and Toil. It is it's actually a cornerstone book in a number of different fantasy books I have, novels and novellas, as well as an anthology. And all of these books are going to be re-released over the next year. And we're going to be getting audiobooks for everything. Actually, In Absentia already has an audiobook, which is pretty exciting. So, In Absentia already has an audio copy on Audible, iTunes, and Amazon. So you can get this in ebook, paperback, hardcover, or audiobook. Exciting. So much work, so much to do, but it's so rewarding and so fun to spend so much time and energy and effort to really work hard to create all of these different things, from the little itchy there. You know, to create all these different things, to produce the films, to produce the art, to produce the novels, the novellas, all of this, to join you on these shows, these live streams, to curate and push videos out on all my YouTubes. You know, I appreciate all the support that everyone has given, and just more is coming. More. Completely understood. Sometimes some things are not necessarily for us, and that's okay. I'm just going to be talking right away for a little bit. Oh, yeah. This is good. This is wonderful. Oh, this is what Saturday nights are about. Sometimes we're up and moving and dancing and creating. Sometimes we're going on and on about film, but no matter what we're doing, we can and will have a good time. Oh. Oh, yes. I have actually done that before. So from the chat, read an excerpt of your book one day so people get interested. Yeah. No, on occasion I have actually read excerpts from my books, and I have them both here. So, that's actually a pretty good idea. If everyone in the chat is interested, whether you're no matter where you're joining, if you're interested, go ahead, say so. I'll grab one of these books. I'll read a little bit. As soon as I'm done with this horn. Once this horn's empty, I'm grabbing a book and I'm going to read a little bit, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun indeed. But I actually wanted to talk to you a little bit about the books as a total. So before I pick one up and we do any reading, let me talk a little bit about my history. Well, not my history, the history of the writing process, the creative process of these stories. So currently there are 5 of these books, but they're all getting re-released, so for the new editions, there's only 2 of those 5 available. There will be more soon. Now, for a little brief history, what would eventually become Without the Light Volume 1, a number of different parts of it, little smatterings of what would become the world, the mythology, and the grander picture actually goes back to around 2006. So around 2006, I actually started crafting the world itself and certain details of it, certain characters, certain places. And of course, it wasn't a fully formed idea in 2006, but that's actually when it began. So in 2006, I actually started doing some of the tinkering, some of the figuring out. And when that began, I started to develop a very distinct feeling as far as what I wanted to do. And then shortly after beginning, probably 2007 or 2008, maybe around then, and I'd have to check my files, but around 2007, 2008, I created who would be the main character of the first story, Courtney Rubel. Courtney Rubel is a very complicated character, and I don't say that in the ways of necessarily the story itself only. Courtney Rubel was a very complicated character for me to actually pin down, to understand what I was doing with him, and figure out what was his story. Certain aspects of that, though, so yes, between 2006 and 2008, what would become one of the primary main characters began being fleshed out. Their story began being told. Oof, so much work. I'm not going to get into all the minutia, but around that same time, I started writing a completely different story about a place called New Amsterdam. Now, some of you might already know the term New Amsterdam. It was what New York was called before it was New York, when it was the Dutch colonists. Now, my New Amsterdam extends from that concept, but it is a modern place, and it's actually a county within New York, a fictional county with many various towns and cities, which, kind of spiderwebbed out, continued to grow and develop. So around that time, probably, yeah, I'd say around in that rough period, what ended up happening is I merged those two. I merged those two things, and Courtney Rubel's story now took place in New Amsterdam. They were separate stories at first, but that's kind of a development of things there and how that went and how it kind of looked. And I'm gonna get into. I'm not gonna get into the minutia. I already am, but there's so many steps, and it just kept growing and building. And as it kept growing and building, it wasn't just one story anymore. It was many stories, many stories. So between what would be 2006 and then eventually 2018. Between 2006 and 2018, this was just growing before eventually the books started being published. So in 2018, after a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of love, the novels and novellas began to be published. And they will continue on for some time, because even once Without the Light is finished and all of its volumes are out, there's also In Absentia and the novella series that's part of, which takes place in the same larger world. And then there's other stories, so there's actually going to be just so much of this. Just so much of it. And, it's exciting. It's exciting. I'm excited to be doing re-releases of these books. I'm also going to be creating films that take place within this same world. So there's going to be films, there's going to be audiobooks, there's going to be novels, there's going to be short stories, there's going to be novellas, there will be art, there's going to be a plethora of various ways to engage in something that I've been spending many years creating. And I look forward to being able to share more and more and more of that with you. Alright. However, without further ado, and I'm going to be dropping a link again, so depending on where you're joining me, there will be a link somewhere nearby where you can get a copy of Without the Light, Volume 1. These would be classed as a combination of dark fantasy and epic fantasy. It's just so much here, so much. Alright. Alright, I am going to be reading what is the prologue to Without the Light Volume 1. Let's just get started in on this. In New York, there's a county called New Amsterdam, and within that county is the town of Overmarsh, an hour north of Fairmount and just to the east of Oswego. There in that town is a village called Middlefield, which is little more than churches and farms. In a particular house within that village is a family just sitting down for dinner. A mother, a father, a little girl clutching a teddy bear, and two cats begging beside the table. They are a picturesque family, happy and without troubles. The father cuts up his daughter's meal, a pot roast and potatoes, for she is too young for the task. The mother sets a small plate of fat and meat on the floor for the loyal and curious cats. All the while, just outside the window, a stranger stares in, a voyeur barely visible within shadowy seclusion, his skin a sickly color, and his eyes an intolerable cold black. The fields around the house are alive with acres of wheat that dance lightly in a breeze. Even in the darkness, the world is green and vibrant. Yet from somewhere unseen, a swirling line of sand blows along with the gentle wind. The voyeur seems aware of the sand. He sinks away from it. The family inside the little house in Middlefield don't see the sand, and they don't see the stranger. The cats inside the house grow alert, and before finishing their meat, they run underneath the little girl's chair. The house becomes darker inside, ever so slightly. The man outside backs away as the sand drifts past him. Even in his cold eyes, there's a twinge of terror. The lights in the house suddenly blink out. A mother screams inside. The sound of cats hissing and fighting can be heard. The voyeur puts a hand over his chest, gasping as if in pain. The moon's rays glisten off what looks like silver on his hands. The clouds move in the sky, and the fields are enshrouded. The stranger vanishes from sight. The sand that was riding the wind slowly blows away and is gone. That same evening, in the city of Fairmount, a couple walk into an Art Deco building, a grand hotel called the Cromwell. They are both dressed well for the evening. Nice black dress with heels, fancy suit, and shined shoes. The man is pudgy and somewhat short, and his face almost glows with happiness. The woman by his side is, some would say, far lovelier than he deserves. She smiles at him as he takes her hand. They are going to dinner at one of the nicest places in the city. It is their anniversary. They had their first date at the Cromwell. As the two share a drink and wait for a table, a band plays on stage. One man is playing the guitar as another plays the piano, and a third man is singing. The couple find their way to be seated in a booth far from the stage, but the music is still audible. The server brings them another set of drinks. The couple do not notice the small bit of sand under their feet. Far from their booth, sitting by the stage, a man is watching them. His eyes are cold and his skin is gray. He drums his fingers on the table and seems to be waiting for something. Another stranger is moving towards the table where the couple sits. He moves like the world around him isn't real. He is shrouded in black, robed in darkness. His face, elderly but uncannily full of strength. The couple is unaware of the stranger, even though he is standing right beside them now. The power in the hotel goes out without warning. Emergency lights kick on in every hall and within the dining room. Red haze, a specter of illumination, dimly gives sight as the couple share their last moment together. The man looks on in horror. His wife has fallen to the floor. He rushes to the ground to hold her and can see in her face a pain beyond reckoning. He speaks her name, Daria, and she speaks his for the last time, Zenevieve. The room is still bathed in red light as a waiter phones an ambulance. The band has stopped playing as the husband cries out. Both strangers are gone, as is the sand. Far from New Amsterdam and far from that night, two men sit by a campfire, the ground around them wreathed in snow. Many small lanterns hang from the trees, and a tea kettle steams away on a small flat stone slab. One man is garbed in animal pelts, and the other in a long double-breasted blue jacket with dozens of silver buttons. In his right hand he holds a brass clepsydra, a water clock, crafted to look like coiled serpents with many wings. The man in the furs looks on at the clepsydra knowingly, and then looks into the stern green eyes of his companion. Long dark hair is caught by breeze and moves back and forth in front of his eyes. They speak of things in a tongue not known to many. The words, though, are not happy ones, and something grave weighs heavy on both their hearts. The one man hands the clepsydra to the other and says something. The bulk of what he says was indecipherable, but amongst his words was a name. Iridu. and a phrase in English, the city of mirrors. The man dressed in pelts took the water clock and hid it below his garments, and the other man stood up, and in an instant was gone from sight, as if he had never been there at all. That, of course, is the, depending on whether or not you're joining now, or you're still with us, that was the prologue for Without the Light Volume 1. It's, well, what can I really say? It's an introduction. It's a window, a door to walk through for you to see this great wide world. But at the same time, it's just a taste, just a little tease, as it were, of all the things to come. Now, I'm going to say, you can read Without the Light without reading in absentia, and you can read in absentia without reading Without the Light. However, both books and both series are made all the better if you read both of them. And my suggestion is, if you are going to start in this fantasy world, start with Without the Light Volume 1, then feel free to read in absentia and those books afterwards. But that's my suggestion. If you're going to read Without the Light first. But you can read in absentia and follow along with that series, and that's perfectly fine. Just whew, what a day. Oh. Just checking. Okay. Just checking to make sure that's still going. We're all good here. Look at all this. Look at all this. This is a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day. Now, I have to refit my armor soon. I'd taken it apart to do a lot of cleaning, and it's just shifting around a lot, and I don't like that particularly. I would like to take care of this in the near future, so that is in the plans. That is in the plans. Oh, goodness. What a day. What a day. Now, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start talking a little bit more here in just a moment. However, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to share with all of you, once more, a link to the Eventbrite if you would like to sign up for one of the artwork shops. Please feel free. I'm feeling excellent today, and I hope you are too. I hope you are too. I'm getting something interesting here. I see that I have an unstable connection right now, so hopefully my video and audio are coming through just fine. If they're not, well, I do apologize, but we're just going to press forward and keep going. Oh, it did it? Alright. Alright, well, we're going to see when that pops back on. But until then, we're going to press on. We're going to press on. Press on indeed. Alright. A little adjustment of my chair. A little adjustment of my seat. That is funny. Apparently, right after I was done reading, one of my connections dropped out. That's funny. I like that. That's just gives you a smile. Gives you a smile. And just, in somewhere nearby, you're going to see a link also for In Absentia, because I want to make sure that you get all these links. Don't want anyone to go without. So there's going to be a link nearby for In Absentia, a link nearby for Without the Light, and a link nearby for the art workshops. I'm already very warm. Now this is one nice thing. I have to actually tell you, this is really nice. When you're wearing armor, you get very hot. And when you live in the land of the ice and snow, and you start to get very hot, this can actually be very pleasant in many ways. Because as your temperature starts rising, you're just like, well, goodness gracious, thank you. I'm warm. Alright, hey, you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. We're just going to keep going along. There's some other stuff we're going to do. I've gone ahead, I've shared all of this, so hey, take care. Be excellent. Alright. I'm actually going to go ahead, and we're going to change this up. Now, because of the way this stream is going, yeah, there we go. Had to go ahead, pop my headphone in. Whew, it is a beautiful day and a beautiful weekend. Thank you for everyone who's been here. And if you're popping off, thank you for being here. And if you're just getting here, thank you for being here. Woo! Oh, goodness. I have too much fun here. I do. I have way too much fun. Way too much fun. Oh, my goodness. Some days I can even speak. Yeah. So that is something that we're going to be doing in the near future. Unrelated to everything I'm talking about right now. I'm going to have to do another refitting of my armor, but this is just the nature of things. Sometimes you have to refit. My pauldrons are really not staying where they're supposed to, and I'm getting some forward slide. And nobody needs that. Nobody wants that. Well, I don't want that. You know. But hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to be okay. Alright. Ooh, hey, look at that. I'm tiny now. Don't worry. There's a good reason. Alright. So, now that we've gone ahead, shared all those great things with all of you, and if you're just joining, please feel free to jump back, watch on the replay. What we're actually going to be doing really quick is we're going to check out a game today, which is called Porcelain Tales. Porcelain Tales. So, just doing a little adjustment here. Alright. Yeah, we're going to play Porcelain Tales. I don't know a whole lot about it. What I do know, though, is I'm going to get to be a garden gnome. And how can you say no to that? We're going to get to be a garden gnome. And that's fun. Alright. I'm going to have to just adjust my microphone for right now so that I do not bump it. Hopefully, you still can hear me well enough. Alright. Okay, how do I start this? Oh, there we go.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a magical cottage. In this cottage lived a witch. She lived alone. Because she had a lot of rooms, she had a plan. She decided to start a bed and breakfast.
Alright, that's what you do, right?
Rooms. But money was not her goal. What she really wanted were special items that her guests carry with them. The only problem was that she couldn't fill the stock herself, so she needed a janitor to let them do the dirty chores.
Oh.
The witch went to her garden and picked up a porcelain garden gnome to do this chore for her.
Interesting.
She awakened him with a spell and promised him freedom if he did the things she desired.
Holy moly, what was that?
My sweet child. Go on now. Go, go. Get the items.
I have to steal?
You're not stealing them.
But will she keep her promise? She's a witch after all.
Might have to lean over to talk. Alright. Oh. Alright. So I do that. Oh, there we go. I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing, but I know that there's stuff all over. Okay. Oh, hey, press space star to jump. Oh, goodness. You know, sometimes you really need to pay attention. Certain objects are climbable. Press C to climb. Oh, look at all this fun stuff. We are a garden gnome. Oh, hold left shift to run. Hold left shift to run. Ooh. Oh, that's dangerous. Don't run. Oh, these are really... Oh, no. Okay, so... Long story short, these controls are really sensitive. Certain objects can be pushed or pulled by using the left mouse button. Certain objects can be thrown, plus left button to pick up an object. And then press and hold to throw. Oh, that's fun. You can soften your landing by falling into a pillow. Huh. I did not hit the pillow. Oh! Alright. Okay, that's not something that we can move. Press left control to crouch. Oh, there we go. Alright. Unseen, wandering, looking, run. Okay, so pretty much if we get anything other than a white eye, we better run. Okay, so we have to solve these puzzles and bring 3 ingredients to the mortar in the kitchen. Moonlight glistening in the night. The paintings will be your guide. Okay, well that's pretty simple, I think. You can use me to get the right amount of weight. Bedtime stories are stored away. A note can lead the way. Okay. Well, we know we gotta go down. Ooh, pillow. Oh dear. Okay, so let's avoid the dust bunnies. I can already kind of see that I need to shift that. Okay. Somehow, I need to move that into the right direction. Do I also need to push it forward enough? Oh, there's gonna be one over here too, huh? Oh, and there's one right there. So, ooh, no. Hmm. Why won't it let me move this one the same way I just did the other one? Alright. The paintings will be your guide. Oh. Alright. Ooh. Oh! Alright, I messed that up. Alright. But let's keep going, okay? Let's just keep trying again. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna try it again. Ugh. Okay, so I have to absolutely make sure that no matter what, that guy doesn't see me. Okay. Oh! No, he's gonna get me. Oh no! How do I escape? Seriously, like, is there no way for me to actually escape once he sees me? Like, there's no way for me to escape once he sees me. Whew! Okay. Alright, so let's see. You can use me to get the right amount of weight. Alright. How am I supposed to get back up, though, after? How do I get back up once I get down here? Ooh! Oh my goodness. No, no, no. Oh dear. What is that? Live brew love. Oh, there's a hat over there. How do I get that hat? Just hide behind the pillow for a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This game makes me worried. Oh, I want to go into all the other rooms. Okay, I think it's that. Basic witch. Oh, we gotta be real careful around here. Hmm. I don't actually know how to pick those up. Let's jump over here where we're going to be safe, and then let's actually take a look at what the controls are. Alright, settings, controls. This is something you really have to do sometimes, you know. Okay, crouch, climb, interact. Nope, no, no. Objective list, open, close, cancel. E. I guess it won't let us interact with this. That's okay. Oh no! No, no! Okay. Well, this game is very interesting. Will say, though, also very worrisome. I'm gonna stay right here. Oh, that kitchen looks awesome. Okay, can't climb those. Can I crouch and get underneath there? No. Apparently not. Oh, but there's open cupboards, so let's get in one. Gosh, oh, look at that. Puzzles. That's what we want. But let's not just guess at that. That's clearly one of the things that I need to solve here. Lots of great stuff going on. Very interesting. get up, up, up. Whew. Now I think this is actually one of the secrets to this game. Stay still, don't move too much. And stay out of reach. Though I very much see that I'm going to need to do a whole lot more here. I need to get up on that counter somehow. Don't know how. Ooh, correction, I do know how. I can see it there. Oh. Didn't even see me. Alright. That has been fun, but we're going to go ahead. We're going to quit. I'm going to come back over here. Beep. I'm going to get bigger again for a couple minutes. Let's go ahead and pop that right off. And get over to... No, we're going to stay right here. We're going to stay right where we are. Right? Right where we are on this screen. Listen, I'm so glad that you've all joined me here. Again, have a wonderful time. I'm going to drop this link one more time. So depending on where you are, you may see this somewhere nearby. And it's a link to the Eventbrite. Sign up. Get on the list. Join us for one of the art workshops that's coming up starting next month. And I've had an amazing time. Had a lot of fun talking with all of you. Had a lot of fun playing games. It's just been a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Take care. Be excellent. And don't forget, you're awesome. That's right, you. You right there. Awesome. Absolutely. Alright, I am out of here. I'll see you all again real soon.